Hi, it's Sandy. Today I'm making a easy lentil and potato soup. So if you're new to using lentils in your diet, it's nice to actually put them with a familiar food. So something like potatoes that you've had frequently in your life and you know that you enjoy. And lentils are in the legume family. They're packed with protein. So a great option if you're trying to cut down on the amount of meat that you eat, even if it's just, a meatless Monday or one day a week. But anyhow, I now have my oil and my garlic, some onion and carrots going in the bottom of my skillet here. And I've got those, the carrots have been added, and I've had that cooking for about 3 minutes. And so now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato paste. And you can use a jar or can. Often that's going to be 6 ounces or so, and you may not want to use the whole amount. So this just calls for 2 tablespoons. So it's nice to have one of these little tubes on hand, and you can just kind of eyeball it there. Get in a couple tablespoons, and that's just for some good flavor. These can store in the refrigerator for a period of time. This recipe also called for some tomato sauce as optional. I'm not going to add that. So I'm just putting in the tomato paste, and then you can go ahead and put in your lentils. So lentils, again, they're going to be a little different than like split peas because they're more of a disc. They're flat on both sides, but a nice addition to a Mediterranean or a vegetarian or vegan diet to add some more plant-based protein into your diet. So I now have my lentils, my carrots, onions, garlic, olive oil, all going in there. Let me just double check my recipe here. It says to cook that for about a minute, and then we're going to go ahead and add our potatoes. So I'll just give that another couple minutes. Again, this is a nice soup or stew to make for like a meatless Monday, or if you are trying to go more plant-based, or just even reduce your grocery bill by going more plant-based with some of the beans and legumes and not so heavy on the meat. So a great fit for a Mediterranean diet or lifestyle as well. So I've got that in there. I've already cut up my potatoes. I use the little golden potatoes. You can see they're bright yellow, so they do have, a lot of phytonutrients in them, vitamin C. So I've got those added. I just chopped those up earlier. And I'm just stirring those in. And then to this, it asks or calls for 4 cups of water, 4 to 5 cups of water. I actually have vegetable broth on hand that I make homemade with my vegetable scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and just add the vegetable broth to this. And that's a quart, so that's 4 cups there. So I may end up adding a little bit more water to this as well. Let me just give you a peek here what it looks like. So you've got lots of great vegetables in there. And then for the spices, it just called for salt, pepper, thyme, and oregano. So I like to pre-mix my spices in my little ramekins. That way I can grab them right away. I'm not running around my kitchen trying to search for them. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in as well. And let's see, got that in. It says cover and bring to a boil. Reduce the heat and simmer for about 25 to 35 minutes just to get the potatoes and the lentils done there. You can always add more seasoning too if you taste it and you want a little bit more seasoning. If you don't want to do salt, you can add some of the Mrs. Dash seasonings in here. I have one little extra thing I'm going to add just because I made a recipe with some pumpkin earlier today and it didn't use all of the pumpkin in the can. So pumpkin is a great addition to any soup. It's a vegetable, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of my pumpkin into this soup. It will maybe thicken it up a little bit, but again, you can add more water if you need to. That will give it some good flavor as well, some more nutrients, vitamin A in particular, from the color of the pumpkin, the orange. And I'll just stir that in here. And again, you could add pumpkin to, chilies or, other types of soups or stews that you're making, vegetable soups. And I'll just show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and cover mine up and get it to a boil and then cook it for about 25 to 30 more minutes and give it a taste then and see how it is. Thanks for joining. Again, easy lentil and potato soup is just super easy to make and healthy for you. Thanks for joining.